Okay, so just when we thought RFK Racing was finally turning the page after an abysmal past 2 weeks, they are hit with yet another setback. And this time, it's by way of the NASCAR R&D Center. You know, every time Bob Pockrass announces NASCAR has decided to take so-and-so cars to the R&D Center for further inspection, people say you better pray your team comes out unscathed. Well, this is why. It's a random process, yes, but if your car happens to have some sort of violation that went undetected during post-race inspection, only to then find out they have to go through R&D as well, you're pretty much toast. And that's exactly what happened to one Chris Buescher after an issue was found with the front bumper cover of his 17 car. Apparently, the team had gone over the allowed 2 inches of reinforcement behind the bumper foam, and the end result? An L1 level penalty, 60-point deduction, $75,000 fine, and a suspension for the crew chief for the next 2 races. Now, the caveat here is that the suspension includes the non-points All-Star race, so he will essentially only miss the Coke 600 as far as points races go. So this puts RFK in a pretty interesting situation on whether they will appeal or not, because if they don't, they lose Scott Graves for only 1 points race, as the All-Star race is an exhibition event, whereas if they appeal, then the suspension will be delayed, but they risk losing Scott Graves for 2 points races if they happen to lose. Now, at the moment, the team is still evaluating whether they will go forward with this or not. No word has come out yet, and they have until Monday to determine if they will appeal. Personally, I don't think they will, as this type of infraction is pretty hard to overturn, but I've seen crazier stuff happen during inspection before, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But as for Chris Buescher, this really complicates his playoff chances. Minus 60 points means that he goes from 12th in the standings, 33 points above the cut line, all the way down to 24th, 27 points below. But 24th, because that's just how tight the playoff bubble is right now. Now, he can still make it in on points. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. But with how close the standings are, and the potential for a couple surprise winners with tracks like Mexico City coming up, it's gonna be a tall order. I wouldn't say it's must win for Chris. Again, he's only minus 27 at the moment. But at the same time, I don't see him making it on points anymore unless he goes on an absolute tear for now on. Of course, a new winner below the cut line would just complicate things even further for him. Thankfully, he's got a few good tracks coming up. I mentioned Mexico City, which is a road course, and he beat SVG at the Glen last year. And he also won at Michigan 2 years ago, so he should theoretically be fine, and he should get back in the playoff bubble. But man, the hits just keep on coming between this and Brad Keselowski's terrible start to the season and the occasional Ryan Preece blowover on a super speedway. RFK just can't catch a break, it seems.